Thank you for joining us today to review the Orange Line Transit Neighborhood Plan, or OLTNP. In an effort to make information on the project more accessible to a wide array of stakeholders, we have developed a three-part video series that provides an overview of the TNP and the proposed zoning tools. This is part 3 of the video series. In this video, we will be discussing proposed land uses and zoning in the North Hollywood Station area. Para obtener esta presentación en español, por favor visite nuestro sitio web y haga clic en el botón Español. In this video, we will be reviewing the proposed land uses and zoning for the North Hollywood Station area. To learn more background information about the plan or proposed land use and zoning around the Van Nuys and Sepulveda stations, please watch the videos prepared on these topics found below on this page. In addition to this video series, visit our website to view the draft plan, fact sheets, an interactive searchable land use and zoning map, and more. The third station included in the OLTNP is North Hollywood, the urban core of the San Fernando Valley. The North Hollywood Station is located at the intersection of Chandler and Lankershim Boulevards. It is a major transit hub, as the confluence of the Metro Orange G line and the Metro Red B line that connects the San Fernando Valley with downtown Los Angeles. Planned and active transit investments will further enhance North Hollywood as a transit hub for the valley. These transit investments include improvements to the Metro Orange G line, including grade separation at several key intersections, and a new Bus Rapid Transit, or BRT line, connecting North Hollywood to Pasadena. This BRT line will stop in North Hollywood at the B and G line metro stations, and at a new station at Hesby and Vineland. This slide shows the plan's proposed General Plan Land Use, or GPLU, map for the North Hollywood Station area. As with the Sepulveda and Van Nuys stations, the guiding principle of the approach to zoning around the North Hollywood Station is to locate higher density and mixed-use development closest to the stations, as well as near major corridors and intersections. Existing multifamily residential areas are proposed to stay primarily residential and lower scale than the corridors. The plan responds to existing and future transit investment, accommodates the Citywide Housing Incentive Program incentives, promotes opportunities for new housing and the development of additional affordable housing, and solidifies North Hollywood's place as the vibrant urban center of the valley. The plan's commercial mixed-use areas are centers of activity with a broad range of businesses and destinations. Primarily commercial today, the plan will incentivize mixed-use development here to create new housing opportunities. These areas consist of regional center and community center land use designations, which allow for the highest intensity of development in exchange for community benefits, including providing affordable housing. Both are applied in areas which are primarily commercial today, in the NoHo Arts District, near the North Hollywood G and B line stations, and along major boulevards. The first land use we will highlight is regional center. Similar to all other proposed land uses, the base floor area ratio, or FAR, starts at 1.5 to 1. A developer can reach a bonus floor area ratio between the range of 5 to 1 and 8.5 to 1 when providing community benefits. Because the North Hollywood Station area is unique and has a strong development market, it is the only station in the plan that has an additional level of development incentives that are tied to the provision of additional community benefits, referred to as Level 2 benefits. We will cover more on that topic in a few slides. Since regional center is applied in areas around transit stations and where we expect the largest and densest projects to locate, height and density are only limited by floor area. Regional center, in red, is applied closest to the Metro B and G line stations and along Lankershim, Magnolia, and Burbank Boulevards. This area acts as the downtown of the valley, where we see a focus of regional commerce and allow the largest buildings to be located. Metro's development of the parking lots across the street from the North Hollywood Station, known as District NoHo, is located in this regional center area. While that development largely adheres to proposed Orange Line Transit Neighborhood Plan zoning standards, it was approved and is progressing under a specific plan. The community center land use application in the North Hollywood Station area allows for a bonus floor area ratio of 5:1 and a maximum height of 8 stories to be achieved if a development provides affordable housing. Base density is proposed to be set at 1 unit per 400 square feet of lot area. Community center areas, shown in purple, are within a short walk of the metro station and line the major corridors. This land use allows for a broad range of uses to co-locate, while also acting as a way to taper down development intensity from regional center. Community center is proposed to be applied widely on Burbank, Magnolia, and portions of Tujunga, and along major streets at the edges of the plan area, such as Vineland. As we get into the more traditional residential neighborhoods, the proposed scale and density of development starts to step down. The land uses applied here are residential, which permit a variety of housing types, from duplexes to apartment buildings. The applications around the North Hollywood Station are medium neighborhood residential and medium residential. The medium neighborhood residential land use allows for a bonus floor area ratio of 5:1 and a bonus height maximum of up to 8 stories. Base density is proposed to be 1 unit for every 400 square feet of lot area. The medium neighborhood residential land use, shown in pink, is applied in primarily residential areas that are still close in proximity to the North Hollywood Station. The medium neighborhood residential land use is a step down in permitted development intensity from the community center land use. Small-scale services that are within walking distance of residential districts provide accessibility and much-needed amenities like cafes, restaurants, salons, and delis that serve the immediate neighborhood. A unique feature of this land use is that a small amount of neighborhood-serving retail is permitted to locate within otherwise residential buildings. Commercial space is limited to 3,000 square feet and is only permitted in buildings that are served by alleys, located on corners, or that front major streets, namely boulevards or avenues. These commercial uses are intended to create more complete, walkable neighborhoods. Neighborhood residential is proposed to be applied in residential areas with higher density capacity further from the station. This includes parcels between Tujunga Avenue and Vineland Avenue, south of Magnolia Boulevard, north of Chandler Boulevard, west of Lankershim Boulevard, and between Elmer Avenue and Case Avenue. The second residential land use applied is medium residential. This land use is similar in scale to medium neighborhood residential, although it does not allow commercial uses. Medium residential allows for a bonus floor area ratio of 4.5 to 1 and a bonus height maximum of up to 7 stories. Base density has been proposed at 1 unit per 800 square feet of lot area. In orange, we can see the medium residential areas, which are being applied in multifamily neighborhoods, mostly at the edges of the plan area, including parcels north of Magnolia between Kaner Avenue and Cahuenga Boulevard, parcels south of Hatteras Street from Beck Avenue to Vineland Avenue, and north of Camarillo Street, west of Lankershim Boulevard. Finally, we have the open space and public facilities land uses. These land uses encompass recreation lands, infrastructure, civic uses, and more. There are multiple existing open space and public facilities areas within the North Hollywood Station area. The open space land is shown in the lighter green color and public facilities in darker green. Maintaining these existing land uses helps preserve the land for these community serving areas. The TNP is not proposing to change where these land uses are applied today. However, zoning for these land uses will be updated to reflect the new code structure. Open spaces within this area are the North Hollywood Park and Chandler Bike Path. Public facilities include fire stations, the East Valley High School, and post offices. Public facilities land use also allows for the most permissive use of any adjoining parcel. Permitted building heights are displayed in the form district applied to each parcel in the plan. Form districts show both the base height as well as the bonus height that can be achieved by providing affordable housing. The map on this slide shows the maximum heights that can be achieved with the affordable housing bonus. However, all parcels in the plan area are also eligible for a Tier 2 bonus that can be granted in exchange for providing a set number of units with 4 or more habitable rooms, which generally means units with 3 or more bedrooms. The Tier 2 bonus can also be found in the form district for each parcel, and in most cases, it allows developments to rise 1 additional story above the level 1 bonus. In areas shown in red on this map, building height is limited by what can be constructed with permitted floor area. These areas are concentrated near orange G-line stations and on major corridors. Generally, permitted height decreases in areas further from stations and major corridors and is lowest in exclusively residentially zoned areas. As a reminder, height is one of the metrics that has been increased by incentives offered through the Citywide Housing Incentive Programs, or CHIP, and the Orange Line Transit Neighborhood Plan is responsible for matching or exceeding the building heights offered through those programs. Outreach efforts revealed community desire for the Orange Line Transit Neighborhood Plan to further objectives and work towards community goals. Where possible, the plan includes features to help achieve these objectives. Community members in North Hollywood shared some of the desires and goals of their neighbors in the Van Nuys and Sepulveda station areas, such as developing affordable housing and improving transportation quality and safety. However, some unique desires and concerns were also raised. One topic that repeatedly came up was a desire to preserve and enhance the arts identity of the historic North Hollywood Arts District. Another desire was to provide more public spaces, and particularly those with public restrooms. In response to this community feedback, the plan contains features that work to advance these desires. One of the biggest pieces of feedback received during the outreach phase was a desire for more housing, and particularly more affordable housing. The plan encourages the production of affordable housing through an incentive system that permits additional development rights in the form of higher floor area ratio and building height, in exchange for providing a mix of residential units at different levels of affordability. The amount of bonus floor area ratio and height is set by the form district in each property's zoning. The plan proposes to set base levels of development intensity intentionally low in order to incentivize developers to include affordable housing in future developments. Affordability levels and the percentage of units that must be provided to receive bonus development rights have been established by citywide affordable housing policy. Due to strong market conditions, the Regional Center in North Hollywood is the only portion of the OLTMP that allows for another level of development incentives to be unlocked in exchange for the provision of additional community benefits beyond affordable housing. These are referred to as Level 2 community benefits. Developments looking to utilize Level 2 incentives must first max out incentives offered through Level 1, or the provision of affordable housing, before being able to utilize the additional floor area ratio offered by the Level 2 incentive. In the following two slides, we will highlight two Level 2 community benefits that developers may choose to provide in exchange for additional development incentives. North Hollywood is known for its historic arts district, a point of pride and identity for the neighborhood. However, there is a concern about the area losing this identity as theaters and studio spaces close and market conditions evolve. Following this feedback, the OLTMP created a community benefit that offers additional floor area ratio for projects that provide dedicated art spaces, be it artist studios or galleries, performance art venues, or movie theaters. Additionally, the use district applied to the NoHo Arts District allows for an expanded list of arts users to locate in the neighborhood by right. Currently, these arts uses are permitted to locate in the Arts District as a result of the North Hollywood Commercial and Art Craft Overlay, which expands permitted uses beyond what is allowed in the base zoning of the property. Since the OLTNP will be permitting these uses in the base zoning, the overlay will be rescinded upon adoption of the plan. Another concern heard during multiple outreach events in North Hollywood was the need for more open space. As North Hollywood continues to grow and become more dense, there's an additional need for quality open space for people to gather. To facilitate the creation of more open space, the OLTNP offers Level 2 development incentives for developments that provide privately owned public spaces. These spaces must include a set number of amenities found within a lot amenity space menu, with options including public restrooms, water fountains, seating, and shade. Community feedback and Department of City Planning analysis also indicated the need for increased shade along many important corridors throughout the OLTNP area. Shade and shelter from the elements help to create more comfortable walking environments. And as a plan that provides transit orientation and accessibility, creating more comfortable walking environments to and from stations is an important goal. While the new zoning code does allow for the OLTNP to have enhanced landscaping and tree planting requirements compared to the current code, city planning is limited in its ability to require more trees along streets and sidewalks. In response, the plan is introducing a new frontage district that is aimed at producing more shade from new buildings. This frontage district will require new buildings to either provide a colonnade, awnings, or a recessed courtyard. Examples of each of these proposed options are included on this slide. This new frontage district, referred to as Shopfront 5, is proposed to be applied on regional center and community center land uses, closest to station areas and along primary corridors. In North Hollywood, this includes portions of Lankershim, Tujunga, Burbank, Chandler, and Magnolia Boulevards. Finally, we will highlight a zoning tool that is meant to ensure buildings contribute to a safer and more vibrant public realm. This tool is called a special lot line, which is strategically applied around all three station areas and requires building facades that face these special lot lines to feature windows and doors, entry features, landscaping, and more. They are applied to some select alleys with high pedestrian activity and portions of the Orange Line bicycle path where appropriate. Special lot lines are intended to better activate spaces where pedestrians and cyclists already are, and to create a better experience and more visibility for users of these spaces. This concludes the overview of the North Hollywood Station zoning and land use strategy. To see the videos prepared on project background information and next steps, the citywide housing incentive program and other state legislation, or the zoning and land use strategy for the Van Nuys and Sepulveda station areas, please click on the link for those videos on this page.